Hey guys, welcome back to Let It Roll. Today I got a strategy from a subscriber named Steven. He's calling it the 160 explosion. Now the reason he's calling it that is because he's taking these first three rolls and pressing them, okay? So this strategy is similar to mine, but I always like to just collect for the first three rolls. He likes to press the first three rolls and then he regresses down. So it's similar to what I do, other than the fact that it's a little more aggressive than what I do. I will also show you some other things we can do with this strategy. Like in my Break It Down to Win series, we could show some of the adjustments we can make with this strategy. But first of all, I'm going to show you exactly how he plays it. Now there again, just like all of us, once we get to the casino, I'm sure he does make some adjustments. If it's early sevens, I don't see him continually pressing for three right off the bat. But let's take a look at how he lays it out, how he explained it to me, and we'll go from there. We'll also show adjustments here soon. So, all right, so what he does is he starts with $160. Okay, and when I say 160, I mean 160 across. So he's covering all of the place bets. Okay, and this is at a $25 table. So this is for the $25 players out there. If you wanted to play this strategy at a lower limit table, you surely could. Okay, if you're at a $15 table, just make it the correct amount for a $15. If you're at a $5, make it the correct amount for a $5 table. It all plays the same, but I'm going to show you at a $25 level. All right, so we've got 160 across. You can see here I'm not playing a don't pass or a pass line because I'm going to play this as I'm not the shooter this time. So this first round, I'm going to show you if I'm not the shooter. I'm going to play it exactly like he plays it, and then we're going to look at some adjustments. All right, let's say the come out roll is a 4. All right, so now the shooter has the dice in their hand. I've got all of my bets placed. The next roll is an 8. Okay, so what's going to happen is the 8's going to pay $35, and he's going to go ahead and press. Now, he did tell me there's a couple ways you could press. You could press it full on one number, or you could press the insides if you want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and press the insides for 3 rolls, all right? Just because they're supposed to be the more common numbers, I'm going to hope to go ahead and cover those ones first. So just as a quick example though, like I said, you could pick one number and press it. So we could do that and then keep $5 change, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get some change from this 25, all right? And I'm going to press the inside. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and press the inside 1 unit. I'm just going to lay it underneath. Of course, guys, at the casino, remember, they won't do this. They're going to stack it. All right, so right now, this is what we have on this hand, but this is what we have at risk, okay? So let's say that the next number thrown is a 9, all right? So 6 right here, is 6 times 7 is $42 we're going to get paid. Okay, so let's do the same thing. We're going to get paid 42. Okay, so let's go ahead and press up the inside again. So we're going to keep that, throw them this nickel here. And I'm just showing you, this is the third roll right here, so you can see we're coming down after this third roll. Now remember, we've got to get past 3 rolls in order for this strategy to work, or we're going to go backwards in our bankroll. So hopefully you guys understand that by seeing here what's happening. We still have most of our money at risk right now. Matter of fact, I'll just give you a quick look. This is our initial risk, 160. This is some of the profit that we've already made. How come I don't have another? I should have another nickel there. Okay, this would be our profit that we made on this hand. The problem is we only have $28. If we were to throw the 7 right now, we would lose our whole 160 we started with, and all we would have made was $28. So what is that? We would have lost $132 on this hand. That's why it's important to understand you got to get past 3 rolls with this strategy. So let's just say we did it, just for the sake of, you know, of the video. Okay, so let's say we throw the 9 again. So we've got 8 units on there. What is that? What does that pay? 56, so we'd win $56. Okay, so we're going to win 56 for throwing that 9. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come down. We're going to regress. So we're going to take all of this down here, and I'll show you basically what we started with. Okay, so right here is what we have earned with the presses that we've pressed and the hits we've made, because this is our starting money. So now what he does is he comes down to just the 6 and the 8. All right, so what we have at risk now is $60. So if we minus 60 from here, this is what our profit is so far. There's 25, 50, 65, 70. So $73 right now would be our profit if Big Red came. All right, so to make a long story short now with this strategy, it's a real simple strategy. From here on out, what you're gonna do is you're gonna build back to 110 inside, and then from there you're gonna collect and press. So at this point, let's say that they throw a 5, we don't collect anything. Let's say they throw a 10, we don't collect anything. Let's say now they throw an 8, okay? And of course, this is all with the same hand. At this point, we're gonna press either the 5 or the 9, you're gonna keep $10. And now let's say they throw a 9, we don't collect anything, and now they throw a 6. So we collect 35, you're gonna press the 9, and that's it. That's how the strategy goes. That's the different levels that he uses. From here on out, you're just gonna collect and press. So let's say that he throws a 9. This first one, since we just finished up our 110 inside, is a collect. Okay, so you collect that. Now let's say they throw a 6. Okay, so now you're gonna press that. There again, he says you press it however you want to. You could choose one number and press that up, or you can press it however you want. You can even press, you can press the 8 2 units and the 9 2 units from your win and collect the rest. But from here on out, it's a collect and a press. All right, so this is how this strategy works. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple adjustments we can make, all right? Hey guys, how many of you leave tips at a restaurant? I know I always leave a tip if I get good service. If you're enjoying my videos, you could leave me a tip by just making a comment, okay? No monetary. You don't need to give me no money whatsoever. Just make a comment. Say I liked it, I didn't like it, and also leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down. That's how you could tip me if you appreciate what I'm doing for you guys. Okay, so let's start over. Let's look at some adjustments we can do. All right, first of all, let me actually cover if we're the shooter. So if we're the shooter, before you give them the money, of course, it's going to look like this. You'll have to choose a pass line or a don't pass. So let's say we choose a pass line. We throw a 6 on the come out. So basically, it's going to be the same setup as before. You're just not going to cover the 6. You can either play it in odds, or you could just leave this as the money you'll win with the 6. That's your choice. So then we're going to throw them the money to cover the rest of the place bets. All right. So that's basically what our layout will look like. And we're going to do that again for 3 rolls and then come down to just the 6 and the 8. So that's how that works right there. But let's go ahead and just go back like if we weren't the shooter, and let's look at some adjustments we can make. Okay, so if you're at a cold table, first of all, if you're at a cold table, instead of pressing the first 3, what you can do is just collect on the first 3. So if a 9 is thrown, okay, you're going to get paid 35, and you're just going to keep it. You're not going to press it. Let's say a 10 is thrown, okay? You're going to get 50 for 1 because of the VIG, and instead of pressing it, you're just going to keep it. All right, so if a 7 is thrown now, you're going to win $85 and lose $160, so you're basically going to lose $75 on that roll instead of losing the full $160 because you keep pressing before the 7, when the 7's coming too early. If the 7 comes before the first 3 rolls, you're basically going to lose the full $160. In this case here, we collected a couple before the 7 came, so that's why we're only going to lose 75 because we took a little bit back. So that's one way you could play it. The other thing you can do, and I'm just showing you some options you could do here. Let's say, okay, come out rolls a 9. All right, what you can start doing is regressing as you play. So let's take a chance with that first roll and say, okay, they throw the 10, so you're going to get 50 for 1 because you had to pay the VIG. So we hold that, and now we bring down the 4 and the 10. All right, so now we only have 110 at risk, and we've won 50. So if the 7 comes now we're only going to lose $60 because we took down that 4 and 10. So let's do it again. Okay, let's say that they roll a 5. Okay, so you're going to get paid 35 for the 5. And now let's just go ahead and drop our 5 and 9 down. All right, so now we've won $85 and we have 60 at risk. So at this point, no matter what happens, if a 7's thrown now, we're going to win $25. So that's another way you could play this strategy here, is you could start regressing it. Now remember, the stuff that I've adjusted is not his strategy, but I just like to throw some ways out that you can see how you can win. Hopefully win with this strategy. Remember, all strategies can win and all strategies can lose, just depends on how the dice rolls. So it's a pretty basic strategy. On Wednesday night, which is tomorrow night if you're watching this today, I'm going to go ahead and play this strategy out live for you guys. I figured I'm going to start doing some lives with these strategies. I'm going to allow you guys to play with me. If you guys have a table at home, you could place your bets and play on my rolls if you want. The other thing you can do is at the end of that session tomorrow night or on my live session, what I'm going to do is for about the last 10 minutes or so, I'm going to go ahead and set a timer and play for 10 minutes and see how this strategy pans out. And if you guys want to play your strategy and see who makes more money, that would kind of be fun too. So if you have a table and you want to see if this strategy makes more money than your strategy or your strategy makes more money than this strategy, come and join me then on Wednesday night. It's going to be at 7:30 Eastern time. So hope to see you guys there. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon. Take care.